Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the mechanic series. Today we'll be covering how to do the stall. If you guys wouldn't mind dropping a quick like, sub, comment, it helps the channel out, it helps me. I really appreciate it. But other than that, let's get into the video. Starting off here, we're just gonna get the basics out of the way. So let's just look at what buttons you do or don't need to do the stall. So in order to do a stall, you need 3 buttons, alright, when you're pressing it. You need to have a jump button, you need a boost button, and then you just need either one of these, a arrow right bound or an arrow left bound. So again, if you look at the game here, as long as you have a jump button, a boost button, and then some type of, again, arrow right or arrow left, then you have all the buttons necessary to do a stall. So in order to do a stall, there's a couple of things that have to happen. So initially, the reason you need an arrow right button or an arrow left button is because you need to do what's called a tornado spin. If you don't know what that looks like, it looks like this, right? So as long as I hold, we'll just use arrow right for this example, but as long as I hold my arrow right button, and then I hold it to the left, like this, then you'll get a tornado spin. And then same thing for the other way. If I hold arrow left and then push it to the right, again, I'll get this tornado spin motion. So now if I add a dodge, this is what it looks like. Now, the only problem with doing it like that, right, is that the car moves a little bit too much in the case of, like, if you're trying to use it for flip resets or something, right? Because in order to get a flip reset, you need to have, it needs to be like this, right? For you to get a flip reset, it has to be, underneath. So instead of doing this, I instead want to do this. As you guys can see, that makes the car flat, and then that'll allow you to use stalls for things like flip resets and that type of thing. So the real question that we're asking ourselves here is, how do we go from this to this? Fortunately for you guys, the answer is pretty simple. So instead of holding the buttons in one direction, you kind of have to tap them all together. So in order to do the stall, there's 3 different button presses I need to make. It needs to be my jump button, my boost button, and then left on the stick. So if you look, I press left on the stick like that real quick, just flick it over. And then if you do it all together, you're gonna get a very stationary stall. So the button presses happen very fast, and you wanna treat the stall kind of like as you would any other button. So if I just press the X button, then I'm gonna jump. So if I can treat, the stall action, which is where I press, left on the stick, X on jump, and then circle on boost, and you just press them all at the same time again, all together, right? You treat it as one button press, the game will treat it as one button, right? And then that's why the stall happens. And then the rest from there, I've pretty much taught you how to do the stall. It's just about consistency. So if you're backflipping a lot, then you just need more practice. But I'll show you guys how someone who I swear to God in my entire life could not learn how to stall, even though I've been playing this game for like 7 or 8 years. I finally found a way, like at least something that worked for me, of how to learn the stall. After many years of not being able to do it, I've learned how to do it now. And I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Okay, so this is basically how I learned how to stall. So if you guys go to your controls, alright, and you go to your dead zone, basically what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to just increase it. I don't know about how many points. For me, the way I did it is I put it up 10 points. You guys can put it up more if you need to. But basically what I want you guys to do is up your dead zone, make it higher, and then what I want you to try and do is just go for a stall, right? Just do the motion that I talked about, that we already talked about, right? Flick your stick to the left, press X and arrow right at the same time, right? Or arrow left, whichever one. But basically what you want to do is you want to just basically take the dead zone up as high as you can to the point where like you never fail to stall. Like it's literally so easy that you like can't ever mess it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like just put that dead zone up way high to where this feels like super easy, right? And then what I want you to do is I just want you to practice on it. I just want you to practice going around the field and just trying to hit stalls. And then once you feel like you're at a 90 to 95% success rate with your stalls, then I want you to move the thing down. So I want you to move, if I go back here, I want you to move the dead zone back down. And just move it back down like 1 or 2 points, right? Just a couple points at a time. So there I went from 25, then put it down to 23, right? And then just keep doing that again and again and again. Just keep, practicing your stalls with gradually lower dead zones until you're finally at your home dead zone, the one that you're most comfortable with, right? So that's what I did. So again, let's say I just practice, did a bunch of stalls, and then I'm like, okay, I'm hitting them like every time. So all you want to do is you just basically want to gradually lower this number, you know, until you're comfortable back at your home dead zone. And then I would just say, like, don't move that dead zone until you finally get comfortable with it, and then move it down some more, right? But the whole point is to just use the higher dead zone to make the stalls easier, and then get the muscle memory down, like, okay, this is how I need to do it, but at the same time, you know, gradually make it harder and harder with a less, you know, I guess assisted dead zone, right? Because again, with the higher dead zone, you're assisting it. You know, it makes it easier, right, when the dead zone's higher. So you want to just, you know, use that to your advantage. Practice on the different dead zones until you're finally back at your home dead zone, and then you'll finally be able to stall like normal, you know, whereas you could maybe kind of do it before. And let's say you have Bacchus mod or something, right? You can use what's called unlimited flips. So if you go here to free play and you check on unlimited flips, now you can flip as much as you want to, and there'll be no delay from the next flip. You just have as many flips as you want. So if you want to, while using the dead zone trick I taught you, where you just up the dead zone until, you know, you can't miss it, right? Then you can get extra practice by using the unlimited flips. Then you just go stall, stall. You know, just keep trying to stall. Do it over and over again, right? And just use unlimited flips. And just keep trying to hit stall, 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 right? And just keep going until it feels comfortable. Then I'd also say, if you don't have Bacchus mod, let's just say you don't have Bacchus mod, then let's say you score a goal or something, right? Just try and practice one, like, after you score a goal or something, right? Score a goal, and then if you happen to have a flip or something, right, then try and use a stall. So here, I'm gonna knock back, and then let's try and stall, right? I don't know, just try and stall whenever you can, whenever you have the opportunity. So, like, you know, jumping off the walls, trying to do a stall, you know, just do it a lot, you know, practice it a lot, right? Whether you go up the ceilings up here, down, and then try and stall, you know, whatever. Just do it a bunch. Because again, the main thing that you guys are looking for is just practice, practice, practice. You just gotta, you know, get really, really good and really comfortable with pressing those 3 buttons at the same time, you know, or those 3 inputs, and then you'll get it, I promise. Alright, you guys, that'll be it for my stall tutorial. If you guys found this helpful, let me know down in the comments, leave a like or something. But other than that, that's kind of all I got for you today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.